right, welcome back. Welcome back to the road trip. Welcome back, Mishpachah. Welcome back, Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers, Akeem and Akatim, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, aunties and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, everybody in the house. That's right, in-laws. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings to each and every single one of you. Your homes, your dwelling places, right? Your children, your loved ones, your friends, and your pets. All right, little fur babies. That's right, we love them, their family, all of that. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Abana Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Right? All praises to the overseer. The overseer, Yahweh, the Father. That's right. Glory to Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, the King, High Priest, Melchizedek, First Fruit. Honor to the Ruach, HaKadosh, wisdom, strength, courage. My love and my respect to you, my friends, and Mishpachah, my family. All right. All pleasantries out of the way. Right, where are we at? Where are we? I mean, we've done so much reading, like, where are we at now? You know, we're out of the Apocrypha, like, what are we going to do? Right, well, check this out. In the regular canon, right, 66, in the book of Daniel, I believe, there is 12 chapters normally. Now, there are some extra chapters that were not added, but they are still canonical, I guess you say, of the canon, right? According to the Orthodox and Russian Orthodox churches, the Greek Orthodox and Russian Orthodox. But yeah, this is going to be basically the add-on from that, the continuation of the book of Daniel. All right, it's called The History of Susanna. You've probably heard of it. It's translated from chapter 13. Let's see, Daniel in the Greek Septuagint. All right. It's not found in the traditional Hebrew text of Daniel. The History of Susanna is recognized as deuterocanonical scripture by the Roman Catholic, Greek Orthodox, and Russian Orthodox churches. All right, a little bit about that, the History of Susanna. So we're about to go ahead and jump into that. Basically, it's chapter 13 of Daniel, the chapter 13 that's not in the KJV Bible. All right, so we're going to read that. It's not very long, and after that, we're going to go into Bel and the Dragon. All right, and that's kind of cool. That's not very long either, so got two little short ones here. So sorry if the intro and the outro are longer than the actual read. You know, hey, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of deleting on that. Just fast forward, you know, use your finger and swipe forward on it, you know, and get to the reading part if you don't want to sit through all the music. So sorry about that. But anyway, no further ado. If you want to follow along, right now is a great chance to do it. This is the History of Susanna, basically the 13th chapter of Daniel. So let's go ahead and get it. No further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the History of Susanna. Let's begin. Alright, chapter 13 basically, and it reads, And a man lived in Babylon, and his name was Joachim. He took a wife, whose name was Susanna, the daughter of Hilkias, a very fair woman, and one who feared the Most High Yahweh. Her parents were also righteous, and taught their daughter according to the law of Moshe. Now Joachim was a great rich man and had a beautiful garden next to his house. The Jews, the Yahudim, used to come to him because he was more honorable than all others. The same year, two of the elders of the people were appointed to be judges, such as the Most High spoke of, that wickedness came from Babylon from elders who were judges, who were supposed to govern the people. These were often at Joachim's house. All that had any lawsuit came to them. When the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. The two elders saw her in every day and walking, and they were inflamed with lust for her. They perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they may not look to heaven, nor remember their judgments. And although they both were wounded for lust for her, yet dared not show the other his grief. For they were ashamed to declare their lust, what they desired to do with her. Yet they watched eagerly from day to day to see her. The one said to the other, "Let's go home now, for it is dinner time." So when they had gone out, they parted company, and turning back again, they came to the same place. After they had asked one another the cause, they acknowledged their lust. Then they appointed a time both together when they might find her alone. It happened, as they watched on an opportune day, she went in as before with only 2 maids, and she desired to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot. There was nobody there except the 2 elders who had hid themselves and watched her. Then she said to her maids, "Bring me olive oil and ointment, and shut the garden doors, that I might wash myself." They did as she asked them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at the side doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. They didn't see the elders, because they were hidden. Now when the maids had gone out, the 2 elders rose up and ran to her, saying, "Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with you. Therefore, consent to us and lie with us. If you will not, we will testify against you that a young man was with you. Therefore, you sent your maids away from you." Then Susanna sighed and said, "I am trapped, for if I do this thing, it is death to me. If I don't do it, I can't escape your hands. It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it, than to sin in the sight of the Most High Yahweh." With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the 2 elders cried out against her. Then one man ran and opened the garden doors. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at the side door to see what had happened to her. But when the elders had told their tale, the servants were greatly ashamed, for there was never such a report made of Susanna. It came to pass on the next day, when the people assembled to her husband Joachim, the 2 elders came full of their wicked intent against Susanna to put her to death, and said before the people, "Send for Susanna, the daughter of Hilkias, Joachim's wife." So they sent. And she came with her father and mother, her children, and all her kindred. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman and beautiful to behold. These wicked men commanded her to be unveiled, for she was veiled, and they might be filled with her beauty. Therefore her friends and all who saw her wept. Then the 2 elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her head. She, weeping, looked upon toward heaven, for her heart trusted in the Most High Yahweh. The elders said, "As we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with 2 maids, shut the garden doors, and sent the maids away. Then a young man who was hidden there came to her and lay with her. And we, being in a corner of the garden, saw this wickedness and ran to them. And when we saw them together, we couldn't hold the man, for he was stronger than we, and opened the doors and leaped out. But having taken this woman, we asked who the young man was, but she would not tell us. We testify these things. Then the assembly believed them as those who were elders of the people and judges, so they condemned her to death. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, "O everlasting Yahweh Elohim El Shaddai, you know the secrets and know all things before they happen. You know that they have testified falsely against me. Behold, I must die, even though I never did such things as these men have maliciously invented against me." The Most High heard her voice. Therefore, when she was led away to be put to death, Yahweh raised up a Kodesh Ruach of the young youth, whose name was Daniel. He cried out with a loud voice, "I am clear from the blood of this woman." Then all the people turned them toward him and said, "What do these words that you have spoken mean?" So he, standing in the midst of them, said, "Are you all such fools, you sons of Yasharel, that without examination or knowledge of the truth you have condemned the daughter of Yasharel? Return again to the place of judgment, for these have testified falsely against her." Therefore all the people turned again in haste, and the elders said to him, "Come, sit down among us, and show it to us, seeing Yahweh has given you the honor of an elder." Then Daniel said to them, Put them far apart from each other, and I will examine them." So when they were put apart, one from another, he called one of them, and he said to him, "O you who have become old in wickedness, now your sins have returned, which you have committed before, in pronouncing unjust judgment, condemning the innocent, and letting the guilty go free, although the Most High says, 'You shall not kill the innocent and righteous.' Now then, if you saw her, tell me, under which tree did you see them companying together?" And he answered, "Under a mastic tree." And Daniel said, "You have certainly lied against your own head, for even now the angel of the Most High Yahweh has received the sentence of Yahweh and will cut you in two." So he put him aside and commanded to bring the other, and said to him, "O you seed of Canaan, and not of Judah, beauty has deceived you, and lust has perverted your heart. Thus you have dealt with the daughters of Yasharel, and they, for fear, were intimate with you, but the daughter of Judah would not tolerate your wickedness. Now, therefore, tell me, under which tree did you take them being intimate together?" He answered, "Under an evergreen oak tree." Then Daniel said to him, "You have also certainly lied against your own head, for the angel of the Most High Yahweh waits with a sword to cut you in two, that he may destroy you." With that, all the assembly cried out with a loud voice, and blessed the Most High Yahweh, who saves those who hope in him. Then they arose against the two elders, for Daniel had convicted them of false testimony out of their own mouth. According to the law of Moshe, they did to them what they maliciously intended to do to their neighbor. They put them to death, and the innocent blood was saved the same day. Salake. Therefore, Hilkias and his wife praised Yahweh for their daughter Susanna with Joachim her husband and all the kindred, because there was no dishonesty found in her. And from that day forth, Daniel had a great reputation in the sight of the people. And that's the end of Susanna right there, the history of Susanna. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and come back, and we're going to read Bel and the Dragon, which is another continuation, basically chapter 14 of the book of Daniel. And then once we finish that, I don't know what we're going to do after that. I'll take a look at the scrolls and see what we have left, and then we'll go from there, all right? But shalom, shalom, peace and blessings to each and every single one of you, your homes, your dwelling places, where you stay at, right? Your loved ones, your friends, your children, and your pets, right? All right. And just be safe out there with everything that you do. Until we meet again, until we read again, until we speak again, be safe out there. Please. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, right? Glory to Yahweh Shai, honors to the Ruach. My love and my respect to you. Go in peace. I love you. See you soon. Yep. Yeah.